it's Dan from the My James Rock Show. Probably at this point in your career don't need a huge amount of introduction, but this is Padge.
Hello.
Bullet for my Valentine.
Hi.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
I mean, you are my last interview, so after this I think I can allow myself to sweat a little bit more than the rest of the day.
Yeah, have a drink.
Yeah, maybe, you know. So I am super psyched to have an interview with you guys, because if we sort of dismiss the download pilot because it wasn't standard download, this is kind of like the first UK festival headliner you guys have done. Download pilot's like one of the only ones that sort of contends.
I didn't think of it like that, yeah.
Yeah, so main stage.
Yeah.
Bigger crowd than Download Pilot here as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are actually on, I don't know if you can tell at this point I'm a fan, but it's your first UK like festival headline slot, which is amazing.
It's only 1 hour 45 minutes from my house.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's very, it's super local. And there's loads of familiar faces here, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got to admit, you are, I kind of look up to you, but not as a band member as much as you are one of the biggest fans I've seen that's in a hugely popular band, because nearly every download, you're wandering around, checking out other bands, doing that sort of thing. Like, that's amazing. Like, you've never lost the fact that you're also a fan of music, as far as I can tell.
No, and, I do my best to stay humble and blend in. That was really difficult this year. I've never had like so much attention at download as ever before. This year was crazy.
I think it's because you guys, like, the band's stock has risen loads over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, I love the festival, and I love being part of things as well, like everyone does,
Well, like I say, for a band at your level, for you to still feel that way, that kind of shows that you haven't let the career go to your head. You're like still out there doing, which somebody like me always makes me happy when I sort of wave you in the arena. Admittedly, like I said off camera, once made you leave it by taking a selfie and you realise that you had been discovered in the arena. That wasn't this year though, I wasn't part of that crowd. But it's been a stellar time for you guys, because obviously the last album, the self-titled, went down hugely well, and for that point in your career, for you guys still to be surprising sort of fans and press, that must have been quite nice for you guys, having released that and realised that you can still, sort of buck the trend of what people expect from Bullet.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super solid album as well. Ironically, the lockdowns and shutdowns sort of worked in our favour, because we got so much more time to perfect the album, and because we delayed it as well, so we had so much more time to work on it. We got some of the best musicians in the business in the band, especially the two new guys. They're awesome, and the band's on fire again. It's like rediscovering ourselves, and we can finally do anything we want in the studio. So it really shows on this album. We're super proud of it. And I think it's the heaviest one we've done to date.
I mean, a lot of people are saying that it's either the heaviest or is as heavy as Poison, which, for you guys to get a throwback to the album that launched you on the most recent release, that must have made you feel better, especially if you did have all of that lockdown time to write it, perfect it. That's still a long time that you weren't used to sitting on some work before it was released. Yeah. Was that nerve-wracking at all as well?
Yeah, it was. Obviously, they're not new members anymore, but the whole world shut down for ages. We got 2 new members. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, which is all sorted now, and it was terrifying. We didn't know when to release it, because we didn't know if the industry was going to come back or not. Yeah. We didn't want to waste the album, so we just kept writing, and it's done us really well. Some of the best numbers that we've ever seen in Europe and the UK this year.
Well, we caught you on the for you guys it was an intimate tour, because you're and O2 Academies, and a lot smaller than some of the places you guys have been before. And I haven't seen a Bullet crowd go off in the same way in the last couple of years as they were on that last tour. So I mean, obviously the bad parts of the pandemic, never want people to have to go through it, but for you guys to be able to turn that into a positive for the bands, that must have kind of made being trapped at home for a couple of years a little less hard,
Yeah. It's also, it's going back to see the whites in people's eyes and sweating with everyone, and just being up close and seeing the crowd surfers come home, and the mosh pits, and just people losing their minds. that's what it's all about.
Yeah, because I can imagine you can get a bit lost when you're on bigger stages because there's that divide, you know?
Yeah, it's all sparse and just, I don't know, it's more organic when you could feel people's sweat landing on you or spit or whatever. It's more fun.
Did you find also, because I did a lot of lockdown interviews with people, and one of the things they said is that it gave them a chance to actually come off like such devastating tour duty that, like, I imagine for you being one of the guitarists, like, after a tour your arms could be in a little bit of a shocking state if it's, you know, and then suddenly you had this couple of years of being able to manage your playing at your own level. Do you find that, like, sort of affected your playing for the better, being able to take a step back from tour duty for as long as you did?
No, I was playing even more.
Really?
Up in this, you know, I'm fortunate to have a studio in the upstairs of my garage, so I just walk across my driveway and just keep, you know, everything's shut down anyway, so I just go down to the shop, get some beers, and just go up there till the early hours and just write and, you know, just create and just play.
So, I mean, do you guys still have things left over from what you wrote at that point that might make it onto another record, or did you sort of cut the self-titled and said that's it for everything we've written, we're going to write for the next one? Or
I think there was about 6 left over, but I don't know if they'll ever see the light of day. We normally go in and do something fresh. Like, when there's a new album, it'll take a while to find a vibe, but once we find it, then it sets the tone for the rest of the album.
Yeah,
so
because you guys go for not concept or even close, but there is distinctly a sound to each album. You know, Gravity doesn't sound like the self-titled in the slightest. Is that something that you guys do intentionally? Is like, we want this album to be different from the last one, but still Bullet?
Yeah, we want every album to be different. Everyone wants to hear another Poison, but it's like,
true.
I get it, but it's like you can't write the same record twice. So
no,
you know, we never push ourselves. If we keep doing that, it'll just be shit. We want to write good albums, you know.
Yeah, and from what you're saying, the guys, the newer, shall we call them, members rather than new, because as you say, they've been around for a hot sec now. Do they join in on the writing process? Because I know for a while, like before, I don't want to mention like the sort of past too much, but I know there were some writing issues at points in times past. But do you guys now like sort of jam stuff together as a unit? Or?
Yeah. There's loads of different ways to write, and we try them all, you know. But everyone throws in ideas and stuff like that, and I think that's healthy and positive for a band, you know. If you can't just leave everything to one person or two people, you know. All get involved and make it all your own, you know. Everyone's proud and happy of what they do then, you know, being part of the unit.
I mean, it says a testament to you and Matt being the ones that had Bullet from the start, that you're opening up the writing process to members. Like, you're not just stage members, you're actually coming into the fold, writing stuff with us. I mean, I knew Jamie from Revoker days, and I always thought, like, what a weapon, as you're, like, you've got a front man, like, just...
Frontman guitar player.
Yeah.
As a backing vocalist, bass player.
Yeah, fantastic.
Good idea, right?
Right? Because he's so confident in his own right, and then you got the other two of you at the front, and I'm pretty confident. Maybe confirm a rumor for me now. Is your drummer actually like a cyborg?
He's a machine,
right? Because he just, like, I was watching him at the Bristol O2 on your last tour, and no beats missed, and the man is just a monster.
Yeah, it's a T1000, but the T is for like Tama.
So, I mean, did it take long? I've never had a chance to ask you guys this. Was it? Did you hold auditions, or was it just like, these are the guys that we want to bring into the fold?
There was auditions for the bass player, but not for the drummer. No, he's just a beast animal.
Well, I didn't think that your early stuff could get faster on the drum beats until I heard him play 4 words, and I was like, okay, so he's doing like triplets or whatever, like the flares towards the end. I never heard your stuff played that way before that point. And admittedly, I probably screamed like a little girl. So, do you have anything that you can tell us about next, or because you're probably embargoed out the wazoo on whatever you've got planned? Is there anything that you can dribble us?
We've got a few more, about 10 or 11 more summer festivals out in Europe to play over the summer. Then we have a little break in sort of August, September, and we head out to America
Nice.
For a month or 5-6 weeks to do a headline run out there. I'm not too sure what's going to happen at the end of the year, if there's anything in there yet, and then we're going to stop and start writing again. So 24 will be writing an album.
Nice.
And then I think 25 2025
Headlining Download.
Who knows, it's an anniversary of something big.
I mean, that seems to me a good reason, like a very good reason why you should headline. Andy, if you're listening, headliners right here. Anyway, dude, I could talk to you for years because I've been a fan for years. But thank you for taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Awesome, man. Nice one.
And good luck later on.
Cheers.
No worries.
Welcome to the My James Rock Show.